there were 5 exabytes, that means 5 billion gigabytes of information generated and created since the inception of human civilization till 2003. Today, we generate that much data every 2 days. Hello, my name is Rupesh Sinha, and I'm extremely delighted to share that ABBS has become the first and only institute under Bangalore University to offer MBA Business Analytics program. And I'm also delighted to have with us Professor Dr. Venkatesha, who is the director of ABBS, to answer some very relevant questions related to business analytics and MBA. I'll begin by reading the brief profile of Dr. Venkatesha. Dr. Venkatesha has had over 23 years of postdoctoral teaching experience. Under his academic leadership, ABBS has emerged as a leading B school, both in terms of national rankings and also in terms of the global and national accreditations like NAC and IACBE. Dr. Venkatesha believes that management education should be closely aligned and linked with industry needs. No wonder ABBS is the first and the only institute under the prestigious Bangalore University to offer MBA Business Analytics program. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
They say that data is the new oil and analytics is the new combustion engine. In this perspective, what are your thoughts about the present and the future of business analytics as a domain?
You have rightly set the perspective. When you said we are generating so much of data, the data has to be analyzed and productively used. And for centuries, we have been not in a position to use the data very, very constructively. Thanks to new technology that has come to our rescue, today we can use the data and we can polish the data, we can convert the data into information. And it is true with many sectors. It could be health management, it could be agriculture, it could be data about the census, but we have seen use of data and its utility is very, very prominent in business. When it comes to business, either in marketing or in HR, even in the financial space, we have seen how vehemently we have been using the data for better decisions and for constructive decisions to reduce the cost, to increase the profit, to deliver better value to the consumers. Indeed, I am sure data analytics would be one of the biggest tools in the hands of the corporate leaders of today and tomorrow.
Okay, sir, this has been happening. Data is being analyzed by the management, by the businesses. What has exactly changed in the current domain? You said that new technology has made it easier and with more powerful tools, we are able to do that better. But how exactly we juxtapose the current capabilities with those which existed, let's say, some years or a decade back?
Absolutely, you are right. See, we were using basic statistical tools for analyzing data for all these decades and centuries. Thanks to new technology, it could be R, it could be Python, or there are a number of technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and a lot of things are happening in the technology world. And the speed in which we can churn the data, and we can process the data, and we can put it to the better use has multiplied by many folds. I am sure, as you rightly put, the data generation has increased due to increased business activities, increased social media presence, and each one of us generate data on every day, and this has led to generation of data at the global level. And if you don't use this data, and I think we are doing injustice to the consumers and to the society at large.
Right, sir. Sir, I'll move away from this area. Normally, it's a perception, it's perceived that analytics is a field for the people who are from the technology domain. How far this is true, and how would we differentiate between two very common terms, data analytics and business analytics?
Yeah, I mean data analytics is a broader umbrella, and data analytics is the way in which we capture the data and we process the data and we make it usable, and when we convert data into information, that becomes data analytics. But data analytics is a very broad term, and it may not be exactly for the application of the business problems. When we talk about business analytics, it is much more niche than the data analytics, and there are two aspects to this. One is collection of the data which is pertaining to the business and business interest, and second one is helping that in the decision making. And this is good for the organization, good for the economy, and good for the society. And one very important thing is this: what is happening is, in this competitive world, business people and businessmen had different tools to compete. One of the very important tool today in the hands of the businessmen to compete in the cutthroat competitive world is how best they use data. I mean, the business analytics has become the new oil, as you rightly said, because that gives validity and that gives value and that gives prosperity to the society and to the corporate. And I am sure business analytics is part of the data analytics, but business analytics is much more application oriented than the data analytics.
Okay, and is there any real correlation between the ability of technical graduates to understand data analytics and business analytics better as compared to people from non-technical domains?
See, there are two things here. When it comes to the coding, yes, I understand, technology graduates would have an upper hand. But we are talking here about application of business analytic tools in business decisions. It could be in marketing, it could be in HR or finance or supply chain and logistics or retail. Wherever you go, there is space for people to implement the analytical tools in decision making. For this, I am sure we should have blend of both domain knowledge in marketing, HR, finance, supply chain or whatever it is, and knowledge about the analytics. We are preparing here a different breed of professionals who are not only good in their domain areas like marketing, HR and finance, but are also good in the analytics. These people are generally taken to analyze the business data and to take proper decisions in the business organizations. And yes, if you are a technical personnel, your competency may be in another space, but even if you are from commerce background or BBA background, you have space here, because if you are commerce background, if you are great in accounts and analytics is a great combination. And when it comes to the management and analytics, there is a great wedding and marriage between these two disciplines. And I am sure it is such a vast field. There is space for technocrats, there is space for people with accounts background or commerce background and management background. And I think it welcomes everybody to its fold.
Thank you, sir. Sir, it's a common knowledge that we are living in a VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. And we look around, there is a lot of disruption, lot of disruptive innovation around. And it's something that everybody understands and believes. In this scenario, how important do you think that business analytics is for aspiring business leaders?
This is very important. As you rightly said, we are living in a VUCA world. That is, everything is changing at a rate faster than ever we thought of in the earlier centuries. And it is volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous. But in addition to this, two more things are happening. It is, people say we are in a bunny world. That is brittle, anxious, non-linear and incomprehensible world. It means what? It is not linear now. Earlier decades and centuries, we used to say that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. But in this non-linear world, there can be a synergy. 2 plus 2 could be 6 or 7. And to comprehend this, we want people who are specialized in analysis. And not only that, see, analysis, we thought earlier that it is for the future. Not only for the future, yes, analysis and data analytics helps for future decisions and strategic decisions, but it also helps for taking decisions at the current moment. See, most of the time managers and the corporate leaders are not competitive to take decisions in this non-linear, incomprehensible world, because earlier prediction was easy and strategizing was easy, but in this world it is not easy. Therefore, analytics is one of the greatest tool which is helping the corporate leaders today to align with the competitiveness, the incomprehensibleness and non-linear aspect of the business, and still take decisions which works better for the organization. I am sure data analytics is useful to business more today than ever before, and I am also sure that in the coming days, as you rightly said, the speed in which we are generating data would speed up further, and what is happening today in 2 years can happen in 6 months, and what happens in 6 months now can happen in 3 months in the coming days and months. Therefore, I am sure the future, many of our problems, not only in business, it could be in healthcare management or it could be in agriculture management. Data is the new oil, as you rightly put it, and it is very useful, and I don't have any doubt it has just emerged, and it is a sunrise sector now. And what people have to do is, who come out of the B schools and the engineering colleges and great institutions, empowering themselves with the capacity to analyze data, would be tomorrow's corporate leaders who would make difference to this world.
Right. Thank you, sir. Sir, ABBS is known for its MBA program with its legacy of very hands-on learning and amazing placements.
Yeah.
We would expect MBA Business Analytics program to be no different. What makes it unique, sir? What makes this new program unique?
That is one of the great questions you are asking, Mr. Rupesh. See, there are 2-3 things. It is our dream to start business analytics under Bangalore University. We profusely thank Bangalore University for starting MBA in business analytics. We are the first B school under the university to offer MBA in business analytics. We are proud of it. And when it comes to, all must remember that this is not a certificate program. This is not a diploma program. This is a postgraduate program offered by one of the prestigious universities of India, that is Bangalore University. And this course is recognized by All India Council for Technical Education. This is with respect to its recognition and affiliation. But the university has designed the program in such a way that most of the analytics programs, postgraduate analytics programs, are general in nature. They are, students are asked to study R, Python, ML or whatever it is. But when it comes to designing of the business analytics program at Bangalore University, which is offered for the first time by Acharya Bangalore B School, is that the analytics is specialization based. That is, a student who study MBA would start analytics papers from the very first semester. That is number one.
Okay.
First semester, second semester, third and fourth he would study analytics papers. That is one specialization of MBA analytics program at Bangalore University. Unlike in most of the other programs, first 2 semesters they would study specialization, general papers, and specialization they land in third and fourth semester.
Okay.
This is not like that. From the very first semester they study analytics papers in addition to the management papers. Second thing is, the syllabus is carved in such a way that the specialization of in MBA analytics, it could be marketing, HR, finance or supply chain and logistics, is perfectly integrated with supply chain. With analytics. It means a student who would study, for example, human resource management would also study HRIS and HR analytics. A student who study marketing would also study marketing and marketing analytics. And so it is true with finance and supply chain and logistics. Therefore, this is one of the unique programs and carved out exclusively for those who want to excel in business analytics. And we know that there are a lot of technocrats and many engineers, with BE computers, they land up in MS data analytics. But the problem is they may not be having the management knowledge and background. Here we have a very healthy combination of management and analytics. It could be marketing management, HR or finance or supply chain and logistics. There is a great marriage of these two disciplines, and I am sure any student who enroll in ABBS would be corporate ready by the time he passes out of the portals of ABBS and takes up the job at the corporate level.
Wonderful, sir. Sir, I was once discussing with you and you were informing about a concept called analytics lab. Could you throw some more light about it, sir?
Yeah, and you see, we have established an exclusive analytics lab. Here, the idea is this: a student who enrolls in ABBS, when he starts, he may be from any undergraduate program. He could be an engineer, or he could be from commerce background, or BBA background, or he could be from science backgrounds. But the problem here is, when they walk into ABBS, they should have an exclusive lab which is having capability to provide students the analytical tools. It could be R, it could be Python, it could be machine learning or automation, and we have established a very modern and state of the art laboratory exclusively dedicated for MBA students of business analytics.
Wonderful, sir. And sir, I think the current intake is 30. Is it by design or by default that we have kept the intake at 30?
No, actually our intake is 60, and ours is a university affiliated program, and 30, yes, we have, the idea is this: when we start a program, the program has to attract the best of the minds. The idea is to cater to the need of the society and to make it available for the people who are capable of digesting the analytical program. That is why we have started this program with 60 intake,
okay.
And I am sure in the years to come, because being a professional program, our responsibility is not only giving MBA degree, we have also responsibility to place them in the respectable corporate. Therefore, to begin with, we want to begin with a small number and scale up in the years to come after equipping ourselves with the resources.
Thank you so much, sir. These were very enlightening answers, and I am sure people who aspire to pursue a career in business, especially in business analytics, would have got a lot of clarity now in terms of what they should consider and keep in mind when they are thinking of going ahead in the field of business analytics. Thanks once again, Dr. Venkatesh. It was very nice to have you, and I look forward to have more such interactive and informative sessions in the future.
Thank you
sir.
very much, and it is my pleasure.
Thank you, sir.